All right. The coming home. Well, let's talk about since we haven't talked to you since Penn State. What does it do for the psyche of a program to win a league road game for the first time in a long time?
Well, I mean, I think, and I've been saying this, I know what our record is. We've been improving. I mean, every guy's improving, from Issa to Shaq. Guys are playing better. We're in all these games. It's great to go on the road, especially the way we didn't want to play against Iowa at home, to go on the road and beat a good Penn State team who turned around and beat Maryland the next time they played. So I thought it was great for us. We've had good practices. It just continues to prove my point. We're in every game. We can play with anybody. We just got to learn how to finish off games, and we haven't been as successful in that part of the job as I'd like. But the guys I think feel good, about themselves. We played well at Ohio State too. Had chances down the stretch. We're down big, kind of fought our way back in. Out rebounded a good team. Started limiting our turnovers. I think that's a great sign for us because we've been turning the ball over a lot. Had 11 turnovers in that game. So we're showing improvement in a lot of areas, and confidence from the Penn State game. Hopefully we can continue to build off that.
Steve, regarding Corey Sanders, his numbers are down a little bit scoring-wise, assist-wise, but I think almost everyone agrees that he's having a better year. You agree with that? I know you didn't coach him last year, but just from knowing what he did last year to this year, why is he having a better year? In your mind?
I mean, his numbers. I mean, forget about the 2 points. Like, we are up on wins. We've almost doubled our win total. So it's about winning. That's a stat that he's improved on a lot. His defense. I mean, it's tiring playing the defense that we ask him to do. He has to guard the best player every night on the other team. He's doing a real good job in that. There's no stat that keeps producing what you do on the defensive end, but his numbers on that end would be off the charts compared to last year. He's getting better in practice. He's starting to lead our team. He's becoming more vocal. His shooting percentages are up now that we're in league play. So I think he's improved in every area, and he's got a long way to go, but real pleased with that, and we keep talking, he and I, about the job that he's doing. He has to continue to do defensively. These are great guards in this league.
Health-wise, where are you guys right now? Nigel, Laurent, guys that are still coming
back?
I
mean, they're banged up, but we got to play the guys that are ready to play, and so they're in treatment every day, and every day it's day to day with those guys. But John's been pretty good. He's had some good practice. Nigel's on and off. Hopefully he'll be on soon.
How is that helping guys like Issa who are playing more minutes just by default?
Well, he's playing more minutes because he's earned them, and he's playing well. And got a lot of confidence moving in. Issa's had great practices. I think he got through that freshman, barrier, and now he's starting to play good. And his defense has improved. He's rebounding. He's doing more than just shoot the ball. So I think Issa's we've moved, Eugene over to the 4th spot a little bit. I like him there at that position. He's helped us in that spot. So, those guys are getting better. I think they fought through again that freshman wall and starting to play well again.
How much of that is just confidence of breaking through that freshman wall?
Well, I think it is, but I think it's more of a physical thing too. I mean, we started our first practice on July 6th. People don't realize how basketball seasons are long, and high school seasons are 8 weeks. We're going on 9 months, so I think that's a real big part of it. It's college level is just a different expectation every day, and you're going to go through that as freshmen, and I kind of think they've bounced through it, and we've also given them a lot of minutes, and they're starting to play like sophomores, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you just more on Issa, because I've noticed what you just said, not just shooting threes. He had a tip in, he's had some steals and deflections. How has he, in particular, overcome that wall we thought he had hit a few weeks back?
Yeah, I mean, he's just really he's a worker anyway, so I think he's understanding more what we want. I mean, you got to understand all his adjustments. He's foreign, first of all. English is second language. So he's got there's a lot of walls, physical walls. There's weight room. There's film to watch. There's a new system that we put in. Guys are strong and physical and older at the positions he's guarding. But I really like his persistence. Like, he's kind of kept plugging along, and stayed the course. And he's playing good basketball now. And he's been a very valuable part of what we're trying to do down the stretch. He spaces the floor. He gives Corey more room to operate. He's just brought a little bit more of a dimension to us, and now that he's shooting the ball, and he gives us that threat on the perimeter. So we're real pleased. Again, he fought through some of the stuff, and to his credit, he stays in the gym late at night. He's done extra with film. I think the more that they put in it, Corey the same, the more they put in it, the more they're getting out of it.
I know a lot of coaches shorten their rotation dramatically as the season wears on. Seems like you're still playing a lot of guys. What's the philosophy there?
Well, in the last game, we shortened our bench just a little bit. I mean, sometimes it's the injuries and, Nigel not being 100%, John not being able to play the last few times. I liked our rotation. Mike is in the lineup now. He's the leading guard rebounder in the league. Gives us a little more size, too, in that lineup. Trust everybody. I trust everybody in the lineup, and all guys have to be ready. Every game poses different problems for us. We're getting ready for Minnesota, and, they play a smaller four-man, and then we're going to play Purdue, and they play two of the biggest guys in the world.
Right.
So we're going to have two big guys in that lineup. So you may see Shaq playing with CJ. So Shaq and Diallo will get more minutes in that game.
Right,
So
okay.
it's game by game. We go with matchups, who's playing well, who's healthy, that kind of thing. But I have faith in all the guys, and that's a good thing to have. And I'll throw Jake in there too. He's always ready to play. Every game kind of dictates a different lineup, but I'll play all 11. I feel comfortable with them.
How long did it take you to get your voice back after Ohio
A couple,
State?
just got it back today, so yeah, it's good to have it back needed for tomorrow.
You mentioned the lineup problems that Minnesota presents. What else concerns you?
I mean, talented. I mean, there's a lot of things that concern. Mason's a terrific point guard. I think he's one of the best at both ends of the ball. He defends too. I told Corey he's really good, poses many problems for us. They're the best shot blocking team in the league. And, that bothers me too. They start every game off basically you're 0 for 10 right off the bat because they block 10 shots. It's great for your defensive field goal percentage. But we're a team that gets a lot of shots blocked, so we've talked a lot about that the last few days. We can't be one of those teams that their block shot is the first pass in their fast break. So we have to do a great job, and I think they got really, really talented shooters and scorers on the perimeter. They attack the rim. They play good defense. They're very talented and obviously much improved basketball team from last year to this year at every position, and they're going to pose many problems for us.
What does the home cooking do for you? A little bit big picture-wise.
We have had we've been on the road all year, so it just seems like we haven't been here at the rack, and now we have 4 out of 6 at home, and thank God, our rims, and we shoot better here, and our fans, hopefully they'll come out and pack the place. It's been a hard place to play for people, and we need some of that. We need some of that. We certainly have been on the road. I said to Kevin, this has to be the toughest stretch Rutgers basketball has ever. We've just been on the road and playing the best teams on the road, tough environment. So it'd be nice to be home for a few.